Yes, Kennedy actually crashed.
I tell you, Sneaky Cat to smash. Sneaky Cat to smash.
Yeah, I'm back to bangs, I know. It's Friday though, what can you expect? Check out this badass t-shirt I got though. The logo is sick. I wish I could show you the back right now, but it's Skylar's Tint Company. It's elite window tinting that him and his dad have. His brother works there too, really cool. Family business. They do really good tint jobs. If you guys remember, that's where I got the Ford tinted, and I still need to do the Ram windshield, but they do ceramic tinting over there, and they do an awesome job. And they have that really cool film on the windshield where you can't tell that it's tinted, but it's tinted, and it makes a huge difference. And I notice it every time I drive Kevin's cars because all of his have it, and now I don't have a car or vehicle that has the windshield tint, but I need to get it done. And yeah, but he gave me one of these shirts. They're really cool. I really like the logo. So shout out Skylar for the t-shirts. The logo is really cool. But let's get today's video started. Hey, give me your phone. Can you shake? Shake for YouTube? Shake. Hey, shake. Oh yeah, shake for the YouTube. Get it, girl. So I got something really cool to show you guys, but I found this piece of trash. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but cars that run camo vinyl are trash. So I'm just gonna throw this away real quick. What's up? We've got no wheels, man! We've got no brakes! Just kidding, the wheels came in.
Move! Let me ask you a question, Ted. Do you see anything wrong here?
No.
We got no windows, do we? No! Do we? No! Do we? No! It's not.
Ooh, fancy that. Damn, those are tiny. That's what she said. So those are the new front wheels for the Sneaky Cat. I don't have the tires just yet. We didn't know if these wheels would for sure fit. We kind of went out on a limb. I mean, not on a limb. We looked up sizes and measured back spacing, things like that. And a good friend of mine, Summit, he's big into the Hellcats too. He's helped me find the right spec of wheels that would fit over the conversion. So what we did last night, I didn't film it, but I took the back tire off and put the new front skinnies on the back to make sure they would clear the wheelwoods, because they're the same size as the rears, just a different style of rotor for the front, I believe. So it did fit over. We've got hub-centric rings to keep them nice and centered and nice and snug on there. I ordered lug nuts, but I actually ordered the wrong ones. So I've got to return those, and I've already ordered the correct lug nuts. And then we're just waiting on the brake conversion to come in, and I need to order the tires also. But we were waiting on the lug nuts and the tire just to make sure the wheels do fit. So we're pretty confident they're gonna fit because they fit over the rear. So we should be good in that aspect. Like I said, we've got still like another week and a half left before the conversion comes in. But I'm really excited. I don't wanna say the wheel specs yet. I will say they are billet specialty wheels, and they only weigh 10 pounds per wheel. The Race Stars that I previously had on, they were 20 pounds without the tire and without air, obviously. They were 38 pounds, so keep that in mind. They were 38 pounds with the tire and the air pressure in them, and with the weights and everything. So these are 10 pounds. So once we get the tire and we air it up, we'll weigh them just to kind of see the exact difference. But 10 pounds by just switching the wheels out, that's huge. So especially on this heavy of a car, some people think it's stupid, but this little stuff, like in the end, it's all gonna add up. Like once I get all of the lightning mods that I want to get for this year. I know the season's almost over, so we're kind of crunch time. But once I get all the lightning mods that I want to get done for this year, we're going to weigh the car and see where we're at, and then we can... I already have a game plan for next year, but I'd really like to see what the difference is going to be from what I had planned for this year as opposed to for next year when we start running again in the spring. So, but I'm really excited with the wheels. Let me know what you guys think below. I know some people don't like the polished look, some people do, personal preference, but what I'm going to do is paint the centers just like I did on the rears. I'll show you here in just a second, but just like I did the Bogarts, I left the outside, like the outer ring of the wheel, I left that part polished and just painted the inside black, and I think I'll do that for now. I didn't paint them, I plasti dipped them, but I think I'll do that for now, and then that way, I don't want to powder coat them because I think eventually I want to go back to the full polished look, which some people like, some people don't like. I think it looks good, and you know, I may take off the wrap someday too, so I want to keep the wheel options open. I might not even keep these wheels, but this is the lightest one that I found. So you may be asking yourselves, or you're not, why didn't I get the matching Bogarts for the front to match the rear? Well, come to find out, even in the 15-inch, the Bogart to match the rear is still 19 pounds. So I'm not losing anything over the Race Star, but I'm paying double the money. So these billet specialty wheels were only $300 a piece, which is pretty inexpensive considering the type of wheel it is. The Bogarts to match the rear were $500 a piece, plus they were double the weight. So for me, they don't look bad at all. I think this billet specialty wheel looks really good, and it almost matches. I mean, they're different spoke style, but it almost matches the Bogart in a sense. And the centers are going to be black anyways, so you won't really be able to tell the design. But they're not that much different. And for me, I'm really going for the weight savings, and I still think it looks good on the car. So that's that. So like I said, I'll reveal the specs on them just in case anyone on here wants them. Just not yet. I want to make sure they fit completely over once we get the front conversion on, once we get everything tightened down, the tires on, everything's good to go. Once it's all up and running and we drive around, everything's good, nothing's rubbing, nothing's touching, grinding, then I'll reveal the specs in case anyone else wants them. But I am the first Hellcat to run this specific wheel. So Summit, he's going to get a set, and then I think I saw someone else with a set of a different style of spoke, but same size wheel. So yeah, this is what's going on with Hellcats is if you're not kind of in the forum or on the Facebook page, you should be, because there's a lot of info on there that's not getting out to the masses because a lot of, you know, it's not like a GM or a Ford where everyone's fixing them up. It's a smaller group, so a lot of that information is kind of hidden, and some of the stuff that I have planned for next year, we're like digging through pages and pages and pages of stuff just to find out part numbers and all this stuff, whereas like a GM or a Ford, those, you know, everything's been tried, tested, and proven, whereas the Hellcats, it's newer. Even Mopars in general, nothing's really been tried and tested and proven besides, you know, some of the bigger Hemi motors that are used in a lot of these, you know, a lot of these like 275 outlaw cars and some of the big no prep cars. You know, a lot of them run Hemi blocks, and that's kind of the only thing that's been proven. Other than that, you know, no one really messes with Mopars too much, and if they are, they're not really out there on social media or posting, you know, all over Facebook for people to see. They're on like private groups and forums, so you kind of got to search for that information. So hopefully if you have a Hellcat or a Demon or a, you know, some type of Mopar, you can learn something from this channel. I'm not the smartest guy, and I'm not a freaking mechanic. I'm just trying to test out things that I think would work, and you know, I'm working with a bunch of other people trying to like figure out how to make this thing faster. And so hopefully through this channel you'll learn something, or you'll be like, well, that didn't work for him, so I'm not going to waste my money. So I'll be the guinea pig for a few things. So got a couple more things. Like I said, we got to wait on the conversion still to come in. Still need the tires. Lug nuts are ordered. And then it's just a waiting game to get all that stuff installed. And then, like I said, there's probably one or two more things I'm going to do before we pick a weekend to travel to Noble. The DA should be around like 1,500 when we go, so pretty low DA. Yeah. I really can't wait to see what the car does. I mean, 1500 is still not low DA for other people, but for us, that's really low. So, yeah. And I've actually got to pull the Demon out for it to get washed. So, if you guys want to hear a cold start on a Demon, I guess here it is. In said Demon. These must be the 965 passes. I don't want to show you guys those. Alright, so I guess we can finally talk about the title of this video, and probably kind of thrown off by the thumbnail. A little clickbaity, just a little bit. So, yes, Kennedy actually crashed her car. She rear-ended someone last night, so some older lady slammed on her brakes last minute, and Kennedy rear-ended her. Luckily, Kennedy is okay, so always remember that people are irreplaceable, especially someone as special as Kennedy. Cars are replaceable. Even the sneaky cat is replaceable. So just always remember that. Cars are irreplaceable. And just always remember to drive safe, be careful, and watch out for others. So there was really nothing Kennedy could do. It was kind of like one of those last minute things. The lady slams on her brakes and Kennedy happened to rear-end her. So luckily, no one was hurt in the accident. Obviously, I'll put a picture here. Her hood's like, you know, it's bent up pretty good. The bumper's pretty jacked up, and she had already replaced the bumper once before. And it's kind of pushing on the fenders because the hood's kind of folded up, so it's pushing on the fenders. So they'll probably have to fix the fenders, replace the hood. They probably have to replace the bumper. Usually those plastic bumpers don't do too well in crashes. And hopefully she didn't crack the radiator or anything like that, because she has cracked the radiator before, and that's never really a cheap fix. So, but the thing that matters is that she's okay, and yeah. So we are going to Lubbock this weekend. There is the race over there in Idalou. Oh, freaking ghost in here! Oh, is the wind shutting the door? Shit! So we are going to the track in Idalou, pretty much Lubbock tomorrow. Obviously not racing my car. We're working through some things on Kevin's car right now. I think the tune might be off, or a spark plug might be going. The spark plugs might be fouled. We don't know. We started pulling the plugs the other night, and they looked fine. So he doesn't have HP software, HP tuners, so he can't just log it. Luckily, Branson has it, though, on his computer, so Kevin can't make adjustments on there unless he has credits, but we can at least log in, send it to his tuner, which is Livernois, back in Michigan. So that's the only good thing about having the Diablo, is it's real small and compact, like a cell phone. You could just plug it in, and you can log it on there, and it's real easy to send files to your tuner for them to look at and review. And then it's pretty easy for them to make adjustments, send it back, you load it up on the Diablo. HP is pretty simple also, but you have to have the HP software, and you have to have a laptop the whole time in the car, whereas like a Diablo, you just have to have the Diablo in the car when you're logging. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully see some of you in Idalou tomorrow. I want to make a pretty dope-ass edit if I can, which I think I will be able to because I don't have a car to race. And Kevin's not cool enough to let me race the Trackhawk, so I'll just be a peasant on the sidelines making videos. But hopefully I'll be able to make a pretty cool video for those of you that won't be able to come out, and then you guys can kind of enjoy some of the action. It should be a fun race. Our buddy Joseph's going to be out there running his car, hopefully. Same thing, he's waiting on parts also. That's part of it, you guys. That's just part of the fun. So hopefully he gets his car done in time, because it'd be really cool to watch him do some no prep stuff, because that's what they're pretty much setting the car up for. But yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys had an awesome Friday, or are having an awesome Friday when you see this. Hopefully you guys have a badass weekend, and I hope to see some of you out there this weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Pushing heavy under